Okay, let me see. Remember to change the sign, huh? Don't forget to change the sign when you're finding the center. Okay, let me see. Kurt, correct. Ian, correct. Chloe, correct. Ryan, you forgot to change something with regard to your center. May, Sophia is correct. Jennifer is correct. Ayan, hindi ka na napag-iwanan ngayon. Hazel, correct. Uy, Carlos Joaquin, something happened with your center. Nagkabaliktad yata. Okay. Mark Joseph Musni, tama na sana. Hindi lang nakaparenthesis. Try again. Okay. Riley, correct. May, correct. Jonathan Yel, parenthesis ang kulang. Same with Mylon. Chester is correct. Matthew is correct. And then Alessandra, correct. Julian, correct. Nicole is correct. And Princess May is correct. Very good. So you understood the process. So this is what I'm telling you. Always change the sign when you identify the center. Oh, it's +1, change the sign, it's -1. Oh, this is the simplest way. +3, change the sign, it's -3. Okay? And then for the radius, just get the square root. That is the square root of 11. If it is not a perfect square root of there, or there's no perfect root, then the other way is to get the
Decimal.
decimal. Thank you for that. The 3.31. Got it? Show a reaction if you understood that process. Very good. Okay. And now, one more. A while ago, I already showed you how to graph. Okay, marunong na kayo mag-graph. What about this? This is just a try. This is just to show you. If you have your compass, you know what's a compass? What a compass is? Wait lang, gagamit ako ng graphing. Online graphing. Wait lang. Here, eto. Ay, hindi ko to. Here. Ito na lang. Okay. So, all we have to do, syempre, manually tayo gagawa. We have here our center. I showed this to you a while ago, but that was for the circle whose center is at the origin. Okay. Now, I'll give you one example for this one, the 3, 2, the center, and the radius 4. Let's graph this. Okay. So first is, of course, you have to make your Cartesian plane. Format background para automatic na. Hindi rin. Okay. Go. So gawa lang tayo ng Cartesian plane natin. Let's just make our Cartesian plane. Here. There. And then this one, 90 degrees. Yan. All you have to do is first make your Cartesian plane. Yan. Now that we have our Cartesian plane, we can now go to the graphing. There. So first, for us to graph this, all we have to do is to draw our center first. And what is our center? Our center is 3, 2. So this is your X and this is your Y. Okay, you know that. So X is 3 units to the right. Ready? I suggest you also try it doing or you also try graphing it in your notebook or in your paper. So please do it with me. We have 3, 2. 1, 2, 3. And then 2 up. 1, 2. There. So that's our center. The 3, 2. Okay. And for the radius now, all we have to do is to count 4 units up or down. If we have our compass, yung may tusok, I don't have a compass here. Sorry. Sorry for that. Okay. If you have the compass, you know that. Ito yung may ganito siya. Tapos mayroon siyang pencil dito. Do you have like this? I hope you can imagine what I'm telling you. Ayan. That's it. Okay. This is our compass. You will be needing this to draw our circle. Sorry, itong aking whiteboard, online whiteboard, wala siyang ganung functionality. So that's it. So mano-mano tayo dito. So in here, I have to count 4 units from our center kasi our radius is 4. So I have here from the center 1, 2, 3, 4. There, just to show you 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 units. Ready? And then I also draw 4 units down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Kasi mano-mano ako. Wala akong gamit na instrument. But if you have your compass, it's a lot easier. Okay? And then you have here 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 1, 2, 3, 4 to the right. There you go. Now, if you have your compass, this is a lot easier kasi kailangan mo lang siyang ilagay dito yung tusok. You put here, you point here, the one with the pointed thing in your compass. And then you put here the one for your pencil. Pencil. Ayun. Got it? And then you let it move around until you make that circle. Okay? That is if you have that compass. Now, I don't have my compass. Sorry for that. So I will just do this manually. So from here, assume to draw a beautiful circle. Using all this. Do it gently. Bad trip. Pumorbet. There. Okay, do it gently so that it will be a beautifully drawn circle. Okay, that's it. So at least even if I don't have my compass, I was able to draw my circle. And after that, don't forget to write your standard equation, which is x minus 3 squared, y minus 2 squared, 16. So the equation of this is the quantity x minus 3 and the quantity squared plus the quantity of y minus 2 and the quantity squared is equal to 16. And that's how we graph the circle. Got it? Show a reaction if you understood the process of graphing our circle. Thank you. Okay. A cup of tea. Madali lang siya. So, sobrang dali. Okay. Very good. It will be a lot better if you have your compass, just like what I told you. So if you have your compass, please practice it. There are lots of ways on how to draw the circle using your compass. It's either you move your compass or you move your body with the compass or you move the paper with your compass. No problem as long as you can draw your circle. Okay? And finally, actually, this is not part of our module. However, I still would like to show you this. And that is, kasi standard form lang yung meron tayo. We only have the standard form in the SLM. Pero we also have the general form. Eto. Let's do it here. Ready? Kumbaga, enrichment ito. This is for enrichment. For you to know how. Kasi we also have this general form for the equation of the circle. Okay, let's try this. Kaya lang dito, magkakaroon tayo ng, kumbaga, we will be expanding our x minus 3, the equation. plus y minus 2 end of quantity squared is equal to 16. So this time, we will be having or doing the general form of the equation. And we do that by expanding our standard form. So let's have this. Madali lang siya. So all we have to do is to follow the process of squaring a binomial. Okay? So for you to be reviewed, to square of a binomial. Grade 7 and 8 topic. Square of a binomial. So this is the squared binomial. Ito yon. Okay? So all we have to do is to square the 3 steps only. 1, 2, 3. Square the first term. And then for the second one, first term times the second term times 2. And then for the last, square the second term. Ganun lang siya kasimple. Okay? 3 steps only. Let me remove the 1, 2, 3 para tayo malito. All we have to do is to square the first term. Next, for the second term, first term times second term times 2. And then second term squared. Let's try it. Ready? Game. Let's focus first with this one. Let's focus this. This is our first binomial that we will be squaring. So let's just follow the process. X squared, the first term is x, square it, that's x squared. Can you follow? Next, our second term is negative 3. Okay, so x times negative 3, that's negative 3x, negative 3x. You get also the sign. And then, meron tayong times 2 sa dulo. Don't forget that. Times 2, that becomes negative 6x. Negative 6x. Can you follow? And then, square the last term. The last term is negative 3. When you square it, that becomes positive 9. Positive 9. Can you follow? Kindly show me a reaction if that process is clear and understandable. Let's just review. That's the square of a binomial. Okay, very good. Sige nga. And then after that, we copy the next operation, plus. This time, I would like to challenge you. Get the square of this next term and type it in the chat box. Go. Get the square of the second binomial and type it in the chat box. Go. Okay na? Uy, medyo hindi yata sila sure. Pero many of our classmates got it correctly. I think some of us just forgot one part in the present, and that is multiplying 2. multiplying the second term with by 2. O, sige, try it again. Let's try this. Ready? So we have here, square the first term. Our first term is y. So that's y squared. Can you follow? Next, for the second term, we have to multiply the first and the second. So y times -2 times 2. Okay? First term times the second term times 2. Remember that. So when we multiply this, this will become -4y. So that's -4y. And your classmates got that correctly. Pero merong iba nalito ng konti. -2y yung sagot nila. Okay? And finally, square the second term. That is y. That's -2 squared. So that is plus 4. Can you follow? And then this is equal to 16. Okay? So far, up to that part, can you follow that process? Show a reaction, please. Kung okay naman po, gets? Okay, very good. And after that, we just have to arrange them. We just have to arrange them afterwards. So that becomes, first is this. So we have x squared, followed by the next squared. That's y squared. Okay, can you follow? And then next is the x there. That's -6x. And then next is the -4y, -4y. And then we have here 9 and 4. And then 16 nasa kabilang side. So we have to transfer 16 to the other side so that they will all be in the same side of the equation. So therefore, this will become plus 9. Let me change the color. Okay, plus 9 retain in the same side, plus 4 same side, but 16 will transfer from the right to the left. So therefore, when we transpose, we change the sign. Shortcut na yon. So that becomes -16. Can you follow? Is equal to 0. Bakit 0? Simply because nothing was left on the other side of the equation. Okay? And finally, let's just combine all these things, all these purple numbers, all the constants. Okay? So we have here x squared plus y squared minus 6x minus 4y. And then 9 plus 4, this is 13. 13 minus 6, that's -3 is equal to 0. And that is the general form of our equation. Got it? Show me a reaction if you understood that process. Okay, very good. Okay, one more before we move on to our performance task. Okay, game. What if, let's try naman the other examples here. Gamitin natin ito. Let's use this. We have x plus 4. Sumobra. Ready. X plus 4. X plus 4 squared plus y minus 2. Y minus 2 squared is equal to 11. Game. Change this to general form. Go. When you're finished, type the answer in the chat box. Okay, let's continue. And your classmates are typing the correct answer. Just that merong iba na medyo nalilito pa ng konti. Okay, pero konting-konti lang sila. Okay, let's now have this. Everybody listen here. Ready? So let's do the first binomial. Ready? Square the first term, that's x squared. Can you follow? Next, this is plus. Always remember, kung plus siya, automatically plus yung susunod. 4 times x, that's 4x. Times 2, that's 8x. Okay? And then, we have positive 4 plus 16. That's the squared. Okay? Next is plus. Let's have the next binomial. Ready? Y squared. Next, dahil minus to, remember this, because this is minus, automatically the next sign is minus. That's a hint. Okay? So, 2 times y, that's negative, y times negative 2, that's negative 2y. Times 2, don't forget the times 2 always, ha? That is negative 4y. Okay? Remember, there's no any more squared for the second y, ha? And then finally, square the last term, that's positive 4. Okay? Is equal to 11. And then let's just arrange them. So we have here x squared plus y squared plus 8x minus 4y. Okay. And finally, there are still these remaining constants here. We have 16 and 4. And then we have 11 here. However, it's on the other side. We need to transfer it. Take note of that. Some of us forgot to transfer it. 11 remain on the other side. So therefore, 16 plus 4. Oh, let's just write them here para di tayo narilito. Plus 16 plus 4. And then since 11 will be transferred to the other side, this will become negative 11 is equal to 0. And finally, our general form will be x squared plus y squared plus 8x minus 4y. And then when we add this, this becomes 20. 20 minus 11, that's positive 9. And that is equal to 0. That's it. Okay. Do you have any question regarding that? And your classmates got them correctly. Very good. I'm so proud of you. Yung iba medyo nalito lang ng konti. They forgot to transfer 11. Okay, that's it. Yun lang naman yung misconception. But otherwise, all the rest got the answer correctly. Okay, that's it. How did you find it? Show me a reaction, please. Show me a reaction based on how you understood that process. Okay. Very good. Okay. What if? What if? What if naman? Tinanong tayo, pabaliktad po, sir. How will we change general form to standard form? OMG. Sir, pabaliktad po. Pabaliktad naman po gagawin natin. Gusto ko pong ma-challenge. Sir, pabaliktad. Given the general form, how will I change it to the standard form? Oh, no. Oh, no. Sure. Enrichment to, ha? Gusto ko kasi maging magaling kayo sa math, eh. Madali lang to. Madali lang. Do you want to know the technique? Technique na lang, no? Kasi there are actually lots of ways completing the square. Meron pang mahabang formula na ako mismo, ayoko yun. Sobrang daming ginagawa doon. I'll just teach you the technique. Ready? The reverse technique. Okay, simple lang. To change the general form to standard form, this is what we will do. Automatically, complete the positioning of your equation. Ready? Ready na? Shall we start? Okay. This is it. So automatically, madali lang to. Automatically, let's position all these things here because these are what we need to do. Game. Next, look at this. Since x na tayo, let's complete the x here. Ready? To complete the x from the general form, we will all be basing our answer from the general form. Ready? Everybody, listen here. Game. So we have here x. So we are just looking for the partner of x here. So to get the partner of x here, we need to focus our answer with this one, the 8x, the x term. Already? And all we have to do is to get the half of that number. What's half of 8? Type the answer in the chat box, please. What is half of 8? What is half of positive 8? That's positive 4, right? Or just type positive 4 here. Plus 4. Got it? Okay. Next, sorry, this is not x. This is y. Sorry, this is a mistake. Sorry for this. This is y. Kasi the second term is, the second binomial is always y. Sorry for that. I missed that. Okay. So for the y, let's focus naman on the y term. Oh, what's half of negative 4? Only the coefficient. What's the half of negative 4? Type it in the chat box, please. What's half of negative 4? I want it with sign. What's half of negative 4? It's negative 2. Oh, do you type negative 2 there? Can you follow? Now, sir, what will we do po naman with our constant? It's missing. So that's actually just very simple. All we have to do is to, since 9 here is on the other side, we just have to return it to the other side. So from positive, it will become negative 9. Can you follow? Listen to this technique. Pang-Hokage ito, pang-Hokage. Only the 10-1 will know this. Already. Only you will know this. So ilipat si negative 9, ibalik sa kabila. And then, let's focus here. What's the square of 4? What's the square of 4? Type it in the chat box. Square of 4. Square, not square root. Square. 4 times 4. Squared. 16. Oh, plus 16 here. And then, what is the square of negative 2? Squared, 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 squared. 4 plus 4. Can you follow? Alis ko lang to. Okay, para lang alam nyo. Yan. And finally, when we simplify this, this will become x plus 4 and the quantity squared plus y minus 2 and the quantity squared is equal to, when you combine all this, what's the answer? What's the answer when you combine all them? That becomes 11. And we're back to our standard form. Okay. That's it. Shortcut lang yun, ha? Shortcut. Hindi ko tinuloy completing the square kasi yung completing the square nakakabaliw. Many of my learners are nababaliw with that. Okay, this is the shortest way. Shortcut. Kaya lang, you have to take note of those things that you need to remember. Okay? One more. Okay, ngayon ko lang na-invento to kasi ayoko kayong pahirapan. This is the first time that I taught this process. Naisip ko lang, paano ba babalik doon? O, ganito lang. Oh, this is my way. Ready? Which I shared with you. Oh, ito. Balik nga natin to. Let's try this. Okay, this one, without looking at your solution a while ago, ibalik nyo nga to. Kindly return this to its original standard equation. Go. First thing, you complete your places in the equation. X and Y. Go. Try it. When you're done, actually, you can just look at your previous solution, pero I want you to try using our previous example. Nakita ko to. Yan. So, para gumagaling tayo. Yan. There you go. Sige nga. Try to go back to the process and type the answer in the chat box when you're done. Okay, bibitaw. After this, we will be discussing the performance task, and that will just be very fast. Waiting for your answers. Uy, meron na nakapag-type ng sagot. Okay. Oops, sumobra yata yung squared mo, Chester. Yung y squared mo, mayroon ka ng squared sa loob, mayroon ka pang squared sa labas. Okay, again, try again. I want to call this formula Orlando's Magic. Yan, ngayon ko lang naisip to eh. Paano ko ba hindi pahihirapan yung mga 10-1? Kasi last school year, tinuro ko sa kanila yung completing the square. Mangyak-ngiyak sila, sobrang daming ginagawa. Si May, tama na sana. Kulang lang ng squared yung sagot mo sa Y. Okay. Most of you are getting the correct answer. Yung iba medyo nalilito ng konti. Meron lang kulang sa iba. No problem. Galing-galing nyo naman. Nakuha nyo yun. Okay. Ready? Game. So let's do the process. Okay, ready. Let's do the Orlando's Magic game. So let's focus on the X term. What's half of -6? What's half of -6? Type your answer in the chat box, please. Help me. Help me solve this process. What's half of -6? That's -3. Let's type -3 here. Gawin kong different color para madaling masundan. Here. Half of -6, it's -3. Got it? Now let's move on with the Y. So I will focus on the Y term. Wait lang. Okay. Y. Here. Let's focus on the Y term. What's half of -4? Type your answer in the chat box, please. That's -2. Correct. And now let's move on with our constant. So we have to transfer -3 to the other side. That becomes 3. Can you follow? So change sign tayo when we transfer. And then all we have to do is to square this, both. What's the square of -3? What's the square of -3? That's 9. I will put +9 there. And then what's the square of -2? Square of -2, that's 4. I will put +4 there. Okay? And after that, let's just combine all those. Let me erase this now. Let me erase this. Okay. And finally, what is 3 plus 9? That's 12 plus 4. That is 16. Perfect. So we have here x minus 3, end of quantity squared, plus y minus 2, end of quantity squared is equal to 16. And we were able to get the standard form immediately. And let me call that Orlando's Magic. Thank you. Ganda-gandang shortcut kagawang ko, Orlando's Magic na. Okay. Nakakalungkot lang yung Orlando Magic, hindi siya nakakasama lagi sa finals ng NBA. Okay. Lalabas din yung lakas nila. Okay. Thank you. And that's it. That's how we transpose a general equation to standard form. Do you have any question regarding that? Okay. Show a reaction based on how you understand all these things for today. Ayan, ang dami natin napag-aralan. No? Very good. Congratulations. Okay, so that's it. Meron namang nahihilo. I guess before we continue or before we discuss our performance task, would it be okay with you to have a 5-minute break? Okay, 5-minute break. Is that okay with you? Show a reaction, please. Mag 5-minute break lang tayo. Minom kayo, mimi kayo, mangan kayo, nano man. And then when you come back, since patapos na rin naman yung Zoom meeting natin na to, when you come back, I will be discussing the performance task for next week. Earlier discussion tayo ng performance task para if we will look at it, you will have 2 weeks to work on your performance task. Okay, and this was your request last school year, which I found effective kasi you were able to submit your performance task earlier last school year. Okay, I'll give you a 5-minute break. So please come back at 10:51. Okay, that's it. Thank you so much. See you again at 11:51. Be back, for the discussion of the performance task.